This demo, I'm going to show you an example workflow for Tangerine Coach. This is a real life example which has been cut down a little bit. The screen that we see right here is the screen that's available on the tablet. We have a list of our forms and the visits tab, etc. I'm going to go ahead and start a new observation by clicking the play. First we have a consent form. Afterwards, we collect GPS coordinates. We select the location, which is from a location list previously defined. We select which class we are observing, which lesson it is, what is the language of this lesson. We can add an other if that's necessary. We click to mark automatically the date and time. Then we select, we have different content, as it says here, different content is displayed for each different day. I select day 1. I'm going to randomly mark yes and no on how the observation is going. Almost done. Generally, all these questions will be answered throughout the duration of the observation, but right here this is happening just a little bit quicker. Based on all of these questions, I will then see, or based on the replies of all of those questions, I will then see my replies. At the end page we have coded here is just a date and time, a field to provide any comments, and just asking the assessor the coach to certify that this is a real observation. We click submit. Now we are on the feedback page. In this particular example, we are using scoring based on categories. So each question belongs to a category. We have learning recall, letter sounds, learning assessment, segmenting, and other categories that we are scoring. Depending on the questions belonging to each category, we give it a score and we ask the assessor to discuss this or to select up to 3 of those and discuss them with the teacher. We also have a feedback message here, which is to direct the attention of the coach in what they need to discuss with the teacher. The feedback page doesn't have to be a data collection page like we have it here. Did you discuss this with the teacher? Yes, no. It can just be a feedback message. In this case, we also want to know which sections were discussed. But this is optional. As you can see, there is a save, but I can just quickly mouse away and exit this particular summary page. If you want to revisit it, I can click open and I'll see that page. If I want to visit my responses, I'll go back to here and I can see for each one of the sections what exactly I answered. This is basically Tangerine Coach. Another feature we have here is on-tablet reporting. So if I go on visits and I select any of the schools, I then have the reporting tab opened for me. I'm going to select that I want to see how my classroom observation was. So we see a list of, this is an unrefined raw data report. So I see the days that I've collected some data and I have 5 observations on the 5th of June, 3 on the 4th of June, etc. I see my reply, the consent form, I have 5 replies yes, 5 no. I can see my GPS location for those replies, the location, so which schools, or this is just the bottom level of the location. So I have 3 observations for school 9, 4 for school 1, etc. And the rest of the questions are just listed. It's a raw data frequency summary. Any text field is displayed in a text table so that the assessor can get a quick overview of their observations. With Tangerine Coach, we also deliver a dashboard. This is a sample dashboard. I have applied a filter for February this year, 2020, and we can see that there are total observations of nearly 10,000. Unique schools that have been visited are 1,200. We can also see a graph of those two keys over here and a map of where the observations roughly happened. Some other data is listed here, so an average of the attendance for boys and girls, present versus enrolled. In this particular observation, we collect different information, so all of that is displayed underneath. Some breakdown by class, by grade, so grade 1, 2, and 3, math versus language class, and some other question answers have been included in the visualizations that we see over here. So this is it. Tangerine Coach comes up with an observation and a feedback page that aids the assessor in providing feedback to the teacher or providing standardized feedback to the teacher, and a dashboard for the data manager that can quickly monitor and also further build reports out of this data.